So please confirm. So this is the first webinar organized together between Systain Group and GEODI Software, our partner from Turkey. And today we are going to speak about data protection that starts with discovery of the data. So I will give the word to Nejla to start presentation. But since it's the first slide, the Systain Group, it's a group of 3 companies, 2 in Bulgaria and 1 in Hungary, represented by the management, Damien Dockery, Boyan, and Emilian. Damien was not able to join. Maybe he can join a little bit later. This is our website, and the idea is that we combine our partnerships, skills, and experience to deliver better services to our customers and to drive more business for our partners. So, Nejla, it's your turn.
Thank you, Boyan. Once more, I would like to welcome you all on this webinar. Thank you for your time. I hope it will be beneficial for all of you, and we will be able to make some business together, and that you will beneficial from our product. My name is Nejla Gül, and I'm Sales Channel Manager in GEODI Software. So today I will give you a brief presentation about who we are, who are our customers, and I will give you the demonstration of one of our solution, GEODI. Please feel free to stop me anywhere that if you would like to ask the question, then it will be more interactive. So we are open for two-way communication. So let me start. Actually, who we are a software house company based in Turkey, in Ankara. We offer innovative solutions for those who want to go digitalize or want to process their digital data better. We work with our partners all around the world. Currently, we have more than 50 partners, starting from United States to Latin America to Arab countries and European part. So we actually try to localize in each market and to add a value to our customers, to enrich their portfolio and make their life easier with our solution. When it comes to our references and customers that we are working with, I need to mention that we are working both with governmental and non-governmental institutions, with private sectors and NGOs as well. When it comes to governmental institutions, mostly we are working with ministries, municipalities, and other governmental institutions. Our references go in Turkey, for example, in Ministry of Energy in Turkey. Recently, we won the biggest tender in EMEA region for the classification. It is tender for 40,000 users, and actually it showed real power of a GEODI, of a DEGE actually, to give us support and to implement that project. Except that one, there are a lot of municipalities here in Turkey. When it comes to abroad institutions, we have references in Ministry of Agriculture in Croatia, in national budget of Nigeria as well, and we have running POCs in Brazil, Mexico, United Emirates, and many other countries. Except that one, when it comes to private companies, we work with Autocar, that is the automobile manufacturer, with Cotton, that's the clothes manufacturer. So actually the GEODI, the solution is applicable to any industry, to every company size. It is very easily accommodated and adjusted for any purposes that the customer is needing. Sorry, I was not able to move it. So how we actually divided our solution? Mainly we have two solutions. It is GEODI and MobiDim. So for easier understanding, we divide it in 5 axes. First 4 axes relates to the GEODI, and the last one is to the MobiDim. It is a modular solution. We like to say that it is actually as a Lego. So you are adding and extracting the parts that are needed for your company and your organization. So first access is actually enterprise search and archive. GEODI makes all structured and unstructured data reachable from a single platform. It connects them with a map and show you different analyses. So users can use their data from a single point. For this purpose, we like to say that actually GEODI is an internal Google engine, as a Google engine of your institution and your company. So it makes you reachable to reach any data that you are processing. Second axis is actual data discovery. GEODI unearths the value of your data with undefined features like data discovery, data classification, and data masking. So for today's purpose, we will mostly focus on this part of our solution. Third part is actually unstructured data with GIS. It is possible to automatically process the data, which cannot be processed by traditional GIS solutions. In this area, we have a patent solution that is also listed on the Gartner. So it is a powerful tool that differentiates us among the others and helps, for example, municipalities and any other institutions that are dealing with GIS documents such as CAD and other.
Just a little remark, I'm sorry. GIS means geographic
information system.
Yes, just for people that are not familiar with the
Yes, yes. So it basically, when I say that connects your data with GIS, so if a document contains any information about location, such as country name, city name, street name, parcel number, coordinates, so any information about location, GEODI automatically extracts it and connects it with a map and give you a big picture about actually how your data is distributed geographically. The fourth part is intelligence tools that are used. So data discovery, automatic classification, face recognition, object recognition, and many other artificial intelligence tools that we are posing. So these four axes actually are related to the GEODI, and the fifth one is related to the MobiD. So MobiD is mobile team management mobile application that is used to follow and connect field workers with the main office. So it is possible to create different report sheets, different statistics. So it is making communication between field workers and office worker much easier, and it is actually making them connected to each other. So when it comes to the enterprise search, as the title of our webinar is, we like to say that knowing your data repository and your data inventory is the initial step to protect your data. That's why we are firstly consolidating all of your data. Once when we do that one, you can use our enterprise search platform 24 hours a week, as well as a data discovery, data classification, data masking, and data loss prevention integrations with GEODI. So what we are actually connecting, what are the sources that GEODI can connect? So we basically connect GEODI, are able to connect GEODI with any data source that you have, whether there are databases, CRMs, file servers, CAD files, images, personal computers, websites, social medias, emails. So anything that contains data and information can be added as a data source to the GEODI. So,
can I add something for this? GEODI has a very extensive API, so it makes the GEODI speak to practically any other application, and through programming interface you can integrate it. It's open and it's published on the website, so this is available.
Yes, yes, yes. All our documents that are related to the companies, and our actually website is a real data source. So once when you dig inside, you can find all information that are related to the project. I will also show you later on in the demonstration. So once when we connect your data, we apply semantic data discovery. So within your corporate data repository, we are able to discover all your documents and databases containing sensitive personal and corporate data. So once when GEODI is in charge, you will be aware of your copy data of your similar documents, and with the results of the discovery, you can make decisions such as authorization, destruction, and backup much more accurately. Another feature that helps us is actual semantic data classification. So with GEODI data classification, you create much more effective personal classification rules. We like to say that our data classification is actually enriching your rules. So you can set the rules based on contract containing personal data, money amount, or any other important information for your company. In this way, your company will have better protection policy and the data will be one step further to be protected. So actually how we are doing the job and how we are preparing a job for the data loss prevention solution. So with the GEODI, you are not able to save, send, print any document that without choosing the classification. So GEODI obliges you to do classification level. Once when you do the classification, GEODI tags the document. And upon that tags, DLP solution, that data loss prevention solution comes and read these tags and takes an action. So we are actually one step before DLP solution. We are offering much more detailed, enriched, sensitive, content-based data discovery, personalized one that is enabling you to protect your data in a better way. So when it comes to this DLP that I'm mentioning, the people from IT sector are mostly aware of that one. So that are the softwares, the data loss prevention softwares. And GEODI is compatible with SSFetka, Semantic, ForcePoint, RedMicro, McAfee, and many other DLPs. So thanks to this semantic classification, GEODI conforms to the labeling expectations of DLP and make it easy to write functioning rules. All of these things I will show you also in an example, so you will be more aware how the things are working. Another feature is actually data masking. This feature is used for example, from our customer side, from the insurance companies, for the bank companies. So, and of course, it can be applied for any other company that would not like to share every data or any data transparently. So what we are actually doing, without changing the original document, we create a copy of a document with the masked part that are personal, that are sensitive information for you and your company. So we are able to read and to access to more than 200 document types, whether it is Microsoft Office documents, CAD documents, NetCAD documents, photos, PDFs, videos, so any known or used documents, we are able to access them. We have a built-in OCR, which is very his performance is really powerful and the rate is really high. It is the royalty-free product. I mean, it is built in OCR, and we are not giving any limitations per page and for our users. So we comply with all GDPR, HIPAA, and PCI compliances. It is on web browser solution, can be accessed from the web browser. It's important to say that we are using low-code methods, so it is easily adopted without unnecessary costs and developments. It is customizing and adjusting to all the needs that the customer has.
Just a little remark. OCR means optical character recognition. So when, for example, you have a scanned or photocopy of the document, This software walks through it and recognizes the text with very good accuracy. So then GEODI can scan and then can tag and to perform the task for classification, let's say. This is what, if somebody is not familiar with OCR.
Thank you, Bojan. Yes, as Bojan said, so once when you scan the document, GEODI is able to recognize, to extract the text from the document. So basically what the Bojan explained. Once when the data is discovered and the informations are in the GEODI, we are able to perform different kind of data analysis, So such as discovery report. This is very powerful report because once in this report you learn what kind of information is storage in what kind of data source. In a numeric number, what are the content numbers? So it gives you a clear image of your data content and your data respiratory actually. Upon that one, it gives you an insight how to take an action with that information, to extract it, to put it on standby, or to put a different authorization for it. Except that one, there are the calendar analysis, same with the trend analysis. As I said, it shows you in a map. There's also network graph. It shows you the relations between the documents or people or email address. So it has a powerful data analysis tools. So when it comes to licensing options, we offer suitable licensing needs for all of our customers. So we have on-premise, lease, cloud, or engine. So upon the needs and preferences of the customers, we are open for the different licensing options. So this would be all from this first part when it comes to the presentation part. I will skip to the demonstration.
Yes.
Please, if you have any question until now, feel free to ask me.
Yes, if everything is clear for the presentation, or if you have any additional questions, we will be happy to answer them. So you can unmute and go ahead and ask. In fact, sometimes when we contact prospects, they ask, okay, we have SharePoint, we have, let's say, other tools that do search. GEODI actually combines all your sources within one interface. And then on top of it, you can get all the other functionalities that Nedla just described. And maybe it's time to show how GEODI is working in practice if there is no question.
So,
yes. Okay, go ahead.
On our website, dcsoftware.com, I'm saying on Turkish, sorry. dcsoftware.com. There are live project, demo projects that we prepared for internal and external use. So if you go for a book demo, there is here part for the live project. If you scroll down, so you will see the different projects with different purposes that you can also access with Dropbox or your Google account and LinkedIn, I guess. So you can also take it to place and check it what it is about. For this purpose, I will use the project GDPR and HIPAA discovery. So actually, this is the interface of GEODI. I will shortly show you what are the main functions. So if you decide to check it also by yourself, so you can know what to find there. On the left side, there is the content. So this is the data sources for this project. So we have 2 different databases and 3 different folders. Of course, for this purpose, this is just a demo project and we have like just 2,000 of content. The municipality, our recent client, the municipality of Kayseri, they just get closer to 15 million of documents, contents. When I say the document, it doesn't mean the page. So it is actually just one document and the number is huge. So GEODI's capabilities and capacities are big enough to handle any organization, I would like to say. So except the data sources, we have layers or the recognizers that we are creating for each country or each customer specifically. So for this project, for this purpose, we have medical record number recognizer, date, social security number, email, IBAN, and many others recognizers. So these are actually sensitive information that we said upon these recognizers, I want you, GEODI, to extract the information from the content that I have. Down, there are the content types. So here we have office documents, images, databases, and other content types. On the right side, here is the search button, the search box, where you are doing your queries. On the right side, you can see the content. So then you can see the keywords. So upon these 2000 documents, GEODI extract these many keywords, these many recognizers, and that you can go by them and check what they are actually having. As I said, it shows you on the map, but for this purpose, this is not the GIS project, it's just data discovery. We don't have a lot of documents that are related to the map, but for example, there is some document here. It is related to which country it goes. There is some phone number, and upon the phone number, upon the phone recognizer, it recognizes that it comes to this country. So here is also the graph that I said that is connecting the relations between people, and of course, if you do some filtering, it will give you the results that you are searching for. We have a calendar. So in calendar, you can see the blue ones are the dates where the GEODI recognize some dates in the documents. Here is the trend analysis that is useful to follow up. And what is important here that I want to show is this discovery report that I mentioned. So for example, for this project, it shows you here that in these data sources, there are these many count of the content count. It shows you the graph. Then down, it shows you what kind of content types there was, like Word, PDF, image folder. Then what are the recognizers that show, and what is the number of recognizers in which kind of location it is. So this record can be customized, it can be printed out, it can be created, different Excel reports, how to, for example, extract these documents or put it on standby. If there is any question up till now, I would like to take it. If not, I will start with the query.
You can also use the chat box if you have a question meanwhile. So this is one option.
I just kindly ask you to follow that up because maybe I can miss it. So actually, me as a user come to the GEODI now and I want to use this project. So I'm wondering how many documents or what kind of documents that I have that are possessing social security number, for example. So if I choose the social security recognizer and go to the content, it will bring me to the different documents that have social security number. So for example, these kind of documents, they come from databases, and that are the structured data, as you can see. But same can be applied, for example, for the office documents. So if I filter it for the office documents, there is some recruiting for example. And it says to me, there is in this document, there is social security number, and it highlights me. So this document can have hundreds of pages. Still, GEODI will navigate you through the page where is information that you are searching for. That is one characteristic. So on this document, we are able to do notes. So for example, I would like to make a note here. And I can mention my colleague, for example, Ozgur, Mr. Ozgur, and I can say to him, there is mistake. And or if I click OK, Ozgur Bey will be informed that on this document there is some note. Why it's helpful? It is helpful in case that it comes, for example, project that has many hundreds of pages, and whenever some updates is done, it needs to be shared with some colleagues. So in order to share it, we need to use different share tools like WeTransfer or similar. So to avoid these sharing options, we are using this as a platform to be like common platform for all of our users to put their notes here and to be as a channel of communication. So the search can be done by that. Also, search can be done by the putting query. So if I would like to search a computer engineer, for example, here, no, searched already. It will bring me all the documents that contains computer engineer in their content. So if I open it, as you can see, it highlights me on every place where the computer engineer went through. So except that one, when we say semantic data discovery, we like to say that you are able to write your queries in a different ways and GEODI will navigate you. For example, if we want to do some date interval, so you are searching some document between January and December 2020, it will bring you all the documents that pass through these dates. It doesn't matter, did you write it in this sense, as you can see, January to December, or you wrote it in a numeric where it recognizes you anyhow. So it is not sensitive in that sense. Same counts for a money amount, for example. If we want to find some document between 2,000 and 15,000 pounds, it doesn't matter how we write the pound. So it can be written as a shortcut or as its sign, or it can be written with any other written words. So this is very powerful because it always gives you information, so it doesn't miss the document because you are maybe not aware how to write it. So we have a different tricks also how to write these queries that we are sharing with our partners, and that are making their information reachable from any place.
Just to say something, so if we interrupt you, this brings me to the beginning of my career. It was the previous century. I was working for European Bank for Reconstruction and Development and built for them a small archive system. And it was a habit of the manager to ask, I want this document where I did a green marking on the document. And it make crazy the people to find the real document, which actually GEODI would recognize and find that you already have such, and very easy to find the documents on something that it's in your mind, but people maybe do not really keep an attention to it.
Yes, it can be, for example, you can write during query, for example, January to December, $20,000. So even with that, it will bring you the document that has this both information into the document. It's really like use as a Google of your company. And upon the research, it says that per average person spend 40% of their time searching for information. And with GEODI, it is a past. So with GEODI, you are not losing time on finding information. That's why we always say that this tool of GEODI, this enterprise search, is a ground for any other capabilities, any other model. It is what differentiates you and really makes life easier, especially for the bigger also organizations that are having hundreds of people, hundreds of documents, and that they need to find and search. If there is no question, I would like to show you how we are doing actually masking. So what is the scenario? For example, the guy name we have here the document of one guy, Troy Gillett. he comes to the institution and says, I would like to know what kind of information you are having about me, what kind of sensitive information according to the regulations and compliances. So by just typing his name through GEODI, we find what kind of document we have. So there is some order form here for the GEODI. Let me open it. So as you can see, there are some sensitive information such as email, fax number, card number, company account number. So we won't share this document with some another department, but we, according to regulations, we need to protect his personal information. So what we are actually doing, we are creating masked copy of this document. So basically by pressing here this button, you can download the mask file, masking financial, monetary, or personal data. For this purpose, let me mask all of the personal data that we said are personalized. And let us see what will bring us. Sorry, my internet is a little bit slow, I guess. So here, as you can see, it brings us the copy of this document by masking email. He puts the start, fax, telephone number, card number, and company account number. So with this feature, very powerful artificial features, we are able to give more protective and more protective tool to our customer.
May I add something?
Yes, of course.
So from GDPR point of view, also the privacy regulation in the States, it's very important what information you share with your partners. And GEODI makes it very easy to make it like in the European Union and outside to really comply with the regulations. So no sensitive personal data to be shared, so you don't drop into problems with regulations and data sharing bodies. You saw how easy and fast it is, just a click, and then you can mask the information that is sensitive and can be hidden from the recipients of the information.
As you mentioned that one, I would like to show you that we have packages that we prepared for different countries. So these rules are not same in every country. So upon the country, we are creating recognizers, and it can be also created upon the customer request. So for example, we have different recognizers for Qatar, Kosovo, Turkey, USA, Brazil, Spain, UK, Indonesia, Germany, and the Bulgaria or Croatia or any other country that we have today can be listed on this also. So upon their needs, we created different recognizers, and we are creating their own rules, how to protect their data and how to extract data from their contact. So I would like to show you also the classification, how the classification is working. Classification, we have some preset rules for our company, how to classify documents, and we have a classifier on our computers. So of course, I will show you this so simple example just to see how the things are going on. So let me open one Word document. So here are some information about my colleague, Alper Yıldız. So here is his social security number, medical record number, and blood type. So if I would imagine that this is a document of many pages having a lot of text, different informations, and I want to save this document. For example, here, test. I'm not able to save it before choosing the class of this document. Same counts for the printing this document. So I'm not able to print it. It is disabling me to do this, to take any action without doing the classification. So how the classification can be done? We have here a button for classification. So it can be done manually, and it can be done automatically. So these labels can be totally modified by you. and your organization. So for example, here it can be written just C-level management. Here can be finance department, human resource department, for example. So in order to classify this document, let me check automatic classification. So how it will classify upon our roles. It says it's top secret document. Why? Because we said if a document contains in the one document, if there exists social security number, medical record number, and blood type, this document for us is top secret document. If I delete, for example, blood type and do the classification again, it will say it's secret. The level decreased. And if I just delete the number, the name, it should be unclassified document. So for the same principle works for email in OVA email. So you are not able to send any email without doing classification. So so if I want to send it, just so I don't have a subject, send it. So I need to do classification for each email that I'm sending. So I will show you how actually, how it works with the DLP and what is our purpose actually with DLP. In our manager side, here is the project wizard for each project. I will show you. So on first page, these are the data sources that are related for the project that I showed you. So except this one, we can add different folders, web pages, emails, databases, storages, social medias, and our other platforms, solutions that we have. So if you go more, here are the layers that we add. We can extract them and add new layers. And in the last page, here is the button for the GEODI classifier. So if I go for a settings, here is the place where I'm modifying each of these class levels. So what I said to you, how we preset the rules, it can be changed here if I would like. So the query is following. The document is top secret if it has medical record number, if it has social security number, and blood groups. So we do the tags, as I said in the presentation. Here are the tags. So the DLP solution comes and read these tags, and upon the understanding and reading these tags, it takes an action allowing it or disabling the circulation of that document. So this would be actually from my part. I believe I mentioned everything. If I didn't, Boyan, please
sure, I will
remind me. Sorry, I don't hear you, Boyan. Are you talking?
Sorry, forgot to unmute myself. It was a very detailed presentation of how GEODI is working. In fact, we were involved in several information security projects. So when companies, they needed to implement, for example, ISO 27000 to protect their information and their data. And part of this implementation, you need to classify each document on the data that you have. And here, GEODI is a great tool that first you can discover and you can point to all structured data and also unstructured data, because in many cases, your data is, let's say, stored chaotically on the computer on different places. And GEODI makes this discovery. From another side, classifying the documents, whether it's top secret or it could be publicly released, or GEODI gives you a really very easy way to go through all your documents and to fulfill your requirements for information security. So this is, in addition to this, on top, it gives you access to the documents based on the permissions. So when you tag the information, when you have different level of access and classification, you can schedule who from internal or external can have access to that information. So this is a little bit more practical, how you can imagine to GEODI can be implemented and used in this, what you actually just presented to us.
I just want to add that what is important thing that in any case, GEODI is not manipulating, storing, archiving or documents, all of your documents. It is just using the read-only method, and it is used as a mirror of your internal organization. So because some companies, you know, they are scared that we are entering in their data and doing some storaging, that's one. So we are not storing your information. We are just giving a mirror effect of your information pool, actually.
So that means that when we implement GEODI, we don't have to move our documents from Dropbox or SharePoint to central location.
You just connect your Dropbox, you connect your files, you say to GEODI where to search for and what to search for.
So people continue working as they used to do. So
yes.
We don't change their habits.
Yes, so once when the data entered in the GEODI scan that, I mean, identify, discover the documents, and then daily it do the updates of a new or the changed document. So it is continuously updating the information inside. It is, I wanted to say something else, but I just slipped it from my mind, sorry.
No worries.
So I would be happy to answer for a question if you have any.
Maybe can you share about some private companies, like not particularly, but what businesses and how GEODI is doing the service for your clients?
Of course, for example, we have as I said, auto car company. It is big manufacturer for the wheels, army wheels and other equipment, heavy equipment. So how they are actually using, they are using for this enterprise search. We, for example, developed for them different recognizers that it's just important for their companies, that is making their life easier. So they are using it as enterprise search for their company. Except that one, we have one metal company, the company that's producing metal products. They are, for example, using it exactly for the classification level, because they had previously the problem that the informations were leaking out. So they are using it in that purpose. And the use case from municipalities that I would like to share also with you, that you can relate with it. As you can know, I mean, all these governmental institutions and the companies that are older, they have physical archives, so still their data is not digitalized. So they said to us, like, you know, how you can help us and what is the initial step to do. So we suggest to them the companies or partner companies that are actually doing this scanning and digitalizing of all archive. So we collect all of their documents. I mean, not we, the partners, it put all their documentation to digital format, and then it connects to the GEODI. And first step is to do this enterprise search. So they are using it in that as an archive of their municipality. Then, for example, the other after that 1 year, they use it in that just for that module, and then they wanted to add a parcel number. So why it's important? So they have a lot of CAD documents. So it is city plans or barn plans or any other documents that are using CADs. And CAD, as you know, as a software, you need to have a license to open it and to work on it. With GEODI, it is giving you opportunity to open the documents, to put a note, to make measurements, distances, without having a license. So they said, okay, let us connect also these our CAD documents. So we created parcel numbers for the Turkish market, for example, and it relates each document exactly with the parcel, with exact location in the map, and it helps them to understand what were the plans before, what are the plans now, and how the urban plan, for example, will be changed. So municipalities are using also for that case. There was a webinar with our Kayseri municipality. They are our customer that is really using all benefits from GEODI. They explained the GEODI by themselves. It was, I guess, last month. So they are using classification and masking, and they have a lot of documents, millions of documents that they imported. So basically, each purpose. So for each customer, we are developing some customized part that we are looking for each customer individually and trying to understand their needs and to help them to make their work easier. So our approach is like that. So I just encourage all of you that you came today, if you are maybe not feeling free to ask questions here, to contact me. I will write my email address, and we can have also private session, and I can share with you more information, more documents that you are interested in, and we can talk about your case and see how we can approach you and how we can maybe solve some of your problems and make your business go smoother than before. Let me write here my email address. I will stop sharing my screen, Boyan, if you don't mind.
It's okay. It's more than okay. Anyone has any questions about implementing, about something that it can do or maybe doesn't do?
I believe, Boyan, that there is no question. So we can share after the presentation, we can share some documents with the attendees.
Mm-hmm.
And if someone would like recording also, we can share with them.
The recording will be shared later with you and also with people that were not able to attend. Mm-hmm. So since you don't have questions and we're close to this 1 hour time, I would like to thank you. And looking forward to meet you in another webinar or to have a private like session to show you in more details how GEODI can be useful for you and your business.
Thank you once more. Thank you, Boyan, for your effort.
Thank you. It was great.
My pleasure.
Presentation with a lot of details. I also learned some stuff, even if I know the product for quite a while.
You refresh your memory. Good.
Of course, yes. It's important. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day and hope to see you soon.
Yes. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Hvala.
Hvala vam. Hvala, Tatjana.
Thanks for everything.
Thank you.
You're welcome.